If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 47 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. We're on the wind down towards transfer deadline day today, and as you can see we're getting an offer for Safir Taider in here from Bordeaux, but we're going to be rejecting it. He's definitely found his way into the first team, or at least getting some first team football on a regular basis. We have had the offer and the contract offer accepted though for Terence Congolo. Now he was the more popular of all the choices that we had in the comment section, so I'll be accepting that one, and unfortunately for Chancellor Mbemba, the offer for him is going to be rejected as I don't have enough money to bring him in as well. Plus, I probably couldn't really give him or guarantee him much first team football as well, considering the depth of the squad we have right now. But we jump into the first game of the episode, home against Udinese. They currently sit 12th in the table, and we're only 3 points behind Juventus, but we need to make sure we keep up the pace, because they've only lost one game all season. That was against us, and if we are going to get ourselves back above them, we need to win our second game against them to make sure that we can at least stay within touching distance. So a victory here against Udinese is crucial. Starting at full strength side though, as you can see, Rodrigo and Mauro Icardi up top, hoping to score quite a few goals in this one if possible. So goal difference also is quite inferior to Juventus's, although Udinese will have a lot to say about that. Very narrow back three with two CDMs sat just in front of them, with Paulo Almero out wide left. Obviously a lot of pace in his legs, and he's a very, very good left back and left mid for Colombia. Can play kind of defensively and offensively. One of those players that kind of, you'd say, is a left wing back by nature rather than an out-and-out defensive left-back. But we had a good chance, well saved there early on. Shaqiri tried to put it back in the middle, but unfortunately the goalkeeper was able to pick it off once again. I think it was Karnizis, the Greek goalkeeper they had in between the sticks this time around. Kovacic so plays through Shaqiri, this time one-on-one himself, but the shot really quite disappointing. You'd expect Shaqiri to at least get that on target. The Swiss has been very, very deadly for us in those sort of situations so far in this series, but this time around, not so much. Just pulling his shot wide of the far post. We continue to be on the attack though, really utilising Shaqiri down that right hand side. He was very, very good for us. Kovacic with a good turn, gets the shot in, hits the inside of the post, and the defender clears it away before Sissoko can really make any sort of impact on it. That ball from Icardi was meant to go to the man stood right next to him, not out to Serjan Shaqiri, and unfortunately the cross that came in again was well cleared. And Badu slots through Vidra here, obviously formerly of Watford, draws a good save out of Bernd Leno. Udinese starting to attack at the other end, perhaps growing in confidence from their solid defensive display so far. They're going to have another chance shortly afterwards, as you can see Ed Nilsson down the right hand side, using Pereira, the player that we've been interested in this window so far. Dinks the ball into the box, there's Luis Muriel, and that's 1-0 Udinese. So despite all of our pressure at the other end, Karnizis and our poor standard of finishing means that we actually find ourselves going 1-0 down thanks to a lovely ball in and a top header from the Colombian Luis Muriel. So backs against the wall, time to go back up the other end and continue to put the pressure on if we possibly can. Man goes down in the box and a penalty is given by the referee. I wasn't too sure whether that was a foul or not initially until I saw the replay, and you'll be able to tell by the way that the defender comes through the back of Icardi here. It's definitely a penalty, although the ball kind of goes through his leg, which kind of glitches through Mauro Icardi's leg, but the defender comes through, takes him out from behind. Penalty, up steps Rodrigo, into the back of the net it goes. Always full confidence in Rodrigo from the spot. He's only missed one of about 6 penalties that he's taken for us so far. But probably about half of his goals have come from the spot actually, so we do tend to get given quite a few penalties in this second season here at Inter. And Gökhan Torres going on a lovely run here, taking it past not 2 but 3 defenders before dancing into the box. A really powerful shot as well. It's very well saved down low by Karnizis, keeping us out, stopping us from getting ourselves in front. But I was determined to win this game. We've had so many chances so far. Rodrigo into Sissoko here, turning inside again, goes for the finesse shot, but again, it's similar to Shaqiri so far in this one. The level of finishing just not quite good enough from my midfield players. Not got their accuracy in, not got their eyes in, and putting the ball wide of the post each and every time. But the strikers bang on for. Mauro Icardi gets the shot and he smashes it into that top left-hand corner. Very, very good finish from him. And despite being unhappy at the club, he is scoring a fair amount of goals for us this season. But Udinese played in again a couple of minutes after we went in front. Nico Lopez there, I expected the shot, and he squares it, completely sweats it to the wide open Luis Muriel. Don't know what happened with my defenders there, unfortunately, and they immediately peg us back to 2-2. But Shaqiri steals it off them in stoppage time, the first minute of stoppage time. Rodrigo played through. The first touch is so heavy though that he has to go around the goalkeeper rather than having the shot, and the touch around the goalkeeper means he had to jump over him as well, where he lost his momentum and the defender got back to clear it away. So we get a 2-2 draw against Udinese, and I was really, really disappointed that we weren't able to win that one. But we're into transfer deadline day now. As you can see, we're still trying to work out a contract deal here for Jason Murillo. We weren't able to bring in Chancellor Mbemba due to a lack of finances, but just in case we get a deal on transfer deadline day come in for someone that I would be willing to let go, like Charlotto, etc., then I was just making sure that I negotiated a deal just in case something happened. As you can see, in deadline day now, we do get an offer for Rodrigo. Jason Murillo has accepted that contract offer, but at present, I don't have enough money, as you can see, to bring the man to the club. So I was just going to sit there for the time being. We did get an offer for Rodrigo, so we will drop back and have a quick look at that one as we stall on the Murillo deal. And weirdly, it's from Benfica, who were the side that let him go to Valencia, who were the side that we brought him from in the first place. So weird that Benfica would come in for him. He's valued at 11. They offered 16. Atleti offered 17.5, but he's my main striker. He's not going anywhere. He's 24 years of age. He's growing quite well. Very, very fast. Good dribbling feet. He's the sort of player that I really get on with, so I'm definitely not letting him go anywhere. But with 6 hours to go, this offer comes in from Mauro Icardi. He's valued at 12.5, and Barcelona have gone and whacked more than twice that on the table and gone, look, here's £25.5 million. Do you want to accept this deal? I thought to myself, not really. I'll counter offer 35 because it's an insanely large amount of money for a player that's unhappy at the club, not got long left on his contract, and is 82 rated and scoring loads of goals. But they decided to accept it, £35 million. So I was kind of left in an awkward position here with time running out in deadline day, and my striker is going to Barcelona for £35 million. We got an offer in at the same time from Porto for him, but obviously rejecting that because he's agreed terms with Barcelona. But the problem is the money hasn't yet come into my account, so I can't go and bid for someone without knowing or without having that money in my bank account already. Fortunately, the money came through immediately in the next hour. So with 4 hours left to go, you can see I've inquired about a number of players. Carlos Vela, they want 36.5. Giuseppe Rossi, 19. Paco Alcacer, 32. Jackson Martinez, they weren't willing to let go from Roma because he's only just signed there. But then £21.5 million for Stefan Jovetic really, really piqued my interest. Obviously done very well in Italy previously in his career at Fiorentina. That was what earned him the move to the BPL in the first place. We're going to offer them 18. It was initially valued at around about 12. They did accept straight off the bat the bid for £18 million, but initially, I didn't have the money in my transfer budget to be able to offer him the contract he wanted. So, as you can see, it was currently split 90-10, but there's plenty of money there to deal with. So I switched it to 130, and I think actually, in the end, I was going to switch it even higher just to make sure that I could offer him enough money that to guarantee him coming into the club. He initially wants 100 grand. And I thought after the initial bid of 80 million was accepted, and the fact that he isn't really playing too much football for City and does tend to leave them, that he'd accept that straight off the bat. 2 hours left in deadline day, and he declines the contract, saying he's quite happy where he's living right now and doesn't want to leave. Cue panic for me. I absolutely shit myself. I thought I've let one of my main strikers go for a large amount of money, and I'm not going to be able to bring in a replacement. I was going to offer 130 and thought, I'm not sure that's enough. I'm really not sure that's enough. So I altered the budget again, went back in, and in the end we're going to offer him £140,000 a week. It ends up being a bit of a panic buy, not because of the quality of the player, but initially, if I'd had time, I wouldn't have offered him £140,000 a week. But I need a striker. He's of good enough quality. Has the qualities that I personally enjoy in a striker, being tall, physical, quite fast, and very, very good on the ball. Good dribbling and 4-star skills. So we've sent him the contract offer. He accepted 140 grand a week. Stevan Jovetic, with 1 hour to go in transfer deadline day, becomes an Inter Milan player. Rafael Varane goes from PSG to Chelsea, so he does eventually make his way to Stamford Bridge, despite not going there initially. And the next game for us has been scheduled for the 2nd of February, literally a day after transfer deadline day, and it's a semi-final of the Coppa Italia against, you guessed it, our main title rivals, Juventus. So we've beaten them once this season. Can we beat them again to go on towards winning a domestic trophy? And if we do beat them again, that would surely give us the confidence to beat them a 3rd time this season in the league to close the gap at the top. But that draw against Udinese is really kind of dropped us off the pace right now. Still 3 points ahead of Sassuolo and Lazio, but we're now 5 points behind Juventus. Still plenty of games to be played though. Very tight at the bottom as well. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the Career Mode Road to Glory series, which will of course return to you tonight. And check the links in the description to my Twitch, where I'll be streaming later, to my Twitter, to my Instagram, Facebook, to my sponsor G2A, and to my second channel as well. I'm going to be uploading a vlog over there in the next couple of days to welcome people to the new channel and lay out exactly what's going to be happening over there. But that's going to bring today's episode of this series to a close. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.